Success is not an outcome, success is a system. Your business is where it is, whether you like it or not, because of what you've done or haven't done, what you've said yes to, what you've said no to, what you have let go of, what you have started, and what you've finished, right? So if you want results in your business, in delivery, sales, marketing, it's a system. It's a series of actions and projects that create an outcome. And you either consistently get those outcomes or you don't. And that will be determined by the system that you have and the people or processes that run it. LinkedIn is not a strategy. LinkedIn is a tool. And how you use LinkedIn and how you apply a strategy to LinkedIn will determine what you get from it. Just like saying I have a business does not guarantee you'll be successful. Hey there, expert. Rana Saini here. See, the wealthiest business coaches and consultants see business success as the system. This podcast, The Expert Advantage, contains real-world, in-the-trenches business advice that our clients use to gain a strategic advantage in growing their million-dollar expert business. It's my hope that you use these short lessons and insights to gain your strategic advantage in growing your expert business, and maybe one day soon partner with us at the Expert Project to take your expert coaching and consulting business to $1 million and beyond. I hope you share and enjoy. Hey guys, listen, I'm really excited. I've got probably an hour of time to share something with you that's been the backbone of our company and our client's company for the last few years, especially going through COVID. And I just want to share with you a couple of simple philosophies when it comes to business growth and lead generation. Guys, right now, I'm going to share with you throughout this presentation. We're going to go behind the scenes with LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Welcome to the LinkedIn Lead Machine. Now, I've invited you guys here for a very special reason. I know that every webinar that you go to, there's like this big, long spiel about my origin story. But what the relevant thing here is that we've been using LinkedIn organically to grow our business, specifically in our clients' businesses, as an organic advantage in the marketplace for the last 8 to 9 years. So when someone says, oh yeah, I've been doing LinkedIn ads, I've been doing Facebook ads and all of this stuff. Yes, we've done all of it, but the number one thing has always been LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the number one business database. And if you do not know how to tap into it, you are at a huge disadvantage. Because let's just do the numbers for a second. I want you to write something down on a piece of paper. If you think about what generating new business is, it is, you just got to answer this question. Everyone ready? How many offers did I make this week? That's it. It's the secret to growing your business. The number that you write down will determine whether you're growing slow, you're growing fast, or you're not growing at all. And there is no excuse, given what I'm about to share with you today, that any of you should not leave this presentation growing fast. I'm also going to get some volunteers because I really want to apply some practical know-how to this webinar. It's not fluff, it's not filler, it's 100% learn, do, take away something. And I will ask you guys who are interested, because obviously I'm not selling anything on this webinar except time for the right people. And I'll explain what that is in just a second. So guys, welcome to the LinkedIn Lead Machine. Let's rock and roll. I want to quickly just dive in and say that success is not an outcome. Success is a system. Your business is where it is, whether you like it or not, because of what you've done or haven't done, what you've said yes to, what you've said no to, what you have let go of, what you have started, and what you've finished, right? So if you want results in your business, in delivery, sales, marketing, it's a system. It's a series of actions and projects that create an outcome. And you either consistently get those outcomes or you don't. And that will be determined by the system that you have and the people or processes that run it. LinkedIn is not a strategy. LinkedIn is a tool. And how you use LinkedIn and how you apply a strategy to LinkedIn will determine what you get from it. Just saying I have a business does not guarantee you'll be successful. Okay, so who is this for and why? I said in the email, this is for established business owners who are doing at least $10,000 a month, not because I want to sell you something or I want people who have money on my webinar. No, it's because when I talk about some sophisticated things like bringing in talent to run a process for you, that requires money. It requires investment. And if you don't have the means to invest money in the growth of your business right now, this webinar is not for you. And it's not investing with me, but paying for Sales Navigator, hiring a virtual assistant, being able to create some of the strategies I'm going to tell you just requires investment. And so I want to talk to people who have an established business for that reason, because what I want to share with you can be done, but it is going to require some investment from you, both in time and money, to learn it, to do it, to outsource it, and then to leverage it, right? That's it. So if you're just a startup right now and you have no means or revenue to grow your business, we have courses and webinars to help you start. This is not the webinar for you right now. So I just say that if you have to leave because of that, I get it. No judgment. But if you're here, it's because you're doing well in business and you're just looking to do a little bit better. So let me ask the question of you guys. Why are you guys here? What would you need to get out of today's session to know that this was the most valuable hour of your time? Please put it in the chat. What would you need to get out of today's session to know this was the most valuable hour of your time? And I'll commit to giving you everything I can to achieving what you put in that chat. This is a no fluff. I want to go for it. So let's go. What would it be? Oh, wait. Okay. So I said a game plan for 8 triage calls each week. Okay. Better lead gen, says David. Accelerate LinkedIn efforts, says Mario. Okay. Strategic map for 20 leads per week, Pradeep. Yeah, let's do that. Karen says, how to increase quality and quantity of leads so I can make more offers. Karen, nice. Yes. Ditto. Rashid, we've been dancing for a while, man. It's good to see you. I love it. Strategy to navigate LinkedIn to generate leads, Indra. Okay, cool. Same as Karen. Okay, we're all here for the same reason, right? You guys, similar reasons. So here's what I'm going to ask of you. Today, as I move through this presentation, I don't have a lot of time, but the time I have, I want to dedicate it to people who are interested in maybe spending a little bit of time together to map out a bit of a plan. If that's you, throughout this, I'll pop a link in the chat. Do not feel compelled to have to click it because it's not for everyone. I get it. And I will not be hard selling you. I just want to explore possibilities. The only thing I'm selling is the opportunity to spend a bit more time with you because I only have an hour today. So for those of you who are interested, you can head on over to theinfluenceproject.com/launch. Give me a bit of information about your business and what we talk about today. I can spend time with you to help see how we can apply it and potentially help you install it and implement it for 2023. Okay? That's the thing is, I can give you some information for free, implementation for a fee, because I want to help you guys take the information and move it forward. And I'll show you why that's really important today. Is that fair? Just everyone okay with that? Like I'm all good? Okay, that's it. I've got the hidden agenda out the way. We're all good. You can put your credit cards away. There's no pitch. There's no program. Now it's full on value. Okay, we've got 2 goods. Everyone else is like, how dare you? I feel cheated. No one else has said good. Okay, that's the link for those of you who are ready or want to anytime throughout this presentation. No sweat. Okay, let's dive in. Biggest challenges I see. No matter where you're at in your business right now, these are the common things that we work with whenever we see someone start their journey into LinkedIn. You don't have a growing database of PFCs, which is perfect future customers. And I'll share with you in a minute when we go into Sales Navigator how to increase your TAM, your total addressable market. You don't know where your next leads and sales are coming from. When you're high level in corporate, you guys might say, but Rana, I'm after quality people, not quantity people. I need big relationships. Okay. Why don't you start more conversations with big relationships then, right? You still need, the mechanics of business is still the same, right? You're looking for quick wins and you get caught up in shiny objects. So I often say people who don't have a strategy, look for tactics. People who don't have a strategy, look for tactics. And when you look for tactics, they're like, I need Facebook ads, I need webinars, I need LinkedIn ads, I need a funnel, I need a marketing agency, I need more content, I need to write blogs. Why? Business is built on word of mouth referrals, hope and hustle. Had a good month, had a bad month. Had a good month, had a bad month. Had a good month, have a bad month. And it's funny because you look at your opportunity, it's the same. Had some opportunity, didn't have opportunity. Had some opportunity, didn't have some opportunity. Or you're sophisticated enough to say that you rely on paid ads and paid ads aren't working as well as they used to. So I probably need an insurance policy against those ads, right? Who can relate to any one of those 5 things right there? Let's be real with each other for a sec. Who can relate to any one of those 5 things right there? Because I can tell you right now, I've been in all 5. All 5. In fact, only a year ago, I was at the last 5. We relied on paid ads and we stopped doing LinkedIn as much because we thought, oh, this is fantastic. And then iOS 14 happened and we went from 40 applications a month down to 7 for the same ad spend. Anyway, that's another story for another day. Let me just say I've learned the hard way. All right. So this is designed to do 3 things today. Model. I want to show you where your targeted database is on Sales Navigator so you can own and control that database. That's important. Every single one of you, if you want consistent lead flow, you need a database that you own and you can control of people who are your perfect future customers. Second thing, you need an activity strategy that's going to help accelerate those opportunities. And we're going to use email and LinkedIn as your primary lead source. I'll even share with you how we automate this thing. So you know what? You're busy. I'm busy. I don't get into LinkedIn every day. In fact, I'm in LinkedIn once a month, but I'm in LinkedIn every day. I'll share with you how we do that. Multiply. Introduce automation into the process to give you an unfair advantage. Guys, every single one of our staff have a LinkedIn profile. Our business owns the LinkedIn profile. We follow the same strategy across 5 LinkedIn profiles. Therefore, we multiply the power of our lead generation activities by 5. Most people think you can only have one LinkedIn profile. I'm going to share with you how we hack that to give you accelerated opportunity. They're the 3 things I want you to walk away with. Those of you who are interested in applying it more strategically, have a chat and we'll go from there, right? Like I can share with you how this could work for you. By the way, there are a few people who have already booked a call. I think I recognize a few of your names. Greg, Ian, I think we're chatting. So I think you guys have already jumped the queue a little bit. So good on you for that. Is that right, Greg? Or have I made that up? I just recognize, I looked at my calendar next week. I'm like, I know that name. So there it is. Okay. So how did we do this? No, not you, Greg. Greg Hodgkiss, I think.
Yeah, we chatted, but I don't know if it was about this subject.
Okay. We'll find out, Greg. Or won't. I don't know. We'll go with it. It's in the calendar. Okay. Cool, man. Thanks. 2 LinkedIn profiles to hit 84K a month was our primary strategy for the growth of our business. So let's go for that. You guys might be well above that, but I was just starting up. And let's move. Quick one. Let's jump into your workbook. You should jump into a page that looks a little something like this. It's page number 2. Let's do some work. Let's dive in. Let's get busy. Strategy over tactics. Without a strategy, the tactics don't matter. In the middle is your strategy. Your strategy should be designed to generate an outcome. Right now, you either have an outcome that's clear or you have an outcome that's not. That's fine. So let me ask you a question and let's fill this in real fast. Over the next 12 months, between now and February next year, 12 months, what would you like your revenue to be every month? Your monthly reoccurring revenue. Your monthly reoccurring revenue. You would look at next month and you would know that, next month my cash flow is projected to be what? Rashid, you say 60K. I'm just going to use what you say, Rashid, because you're the first one to put it in as an example. Rashid said, I want to be at 60K a month. That's what Rashid wants to be at. Okay, that's your strategy. Everyone else, when you've got it, you can either put the number in the chat or you can say done if you just want to hide the number because you're worried about what people think of you. So I was like, oh no, I don't want to put the number. Numbers are better than words at this point. Sure, 50, nice. Okay, 60, cool. Love that. Now, let's have a look at where you are right now. Now again, if you're worried about what people think of you, don't put it in the chat. It just helps me give you context and help. If you don't, all good. But you should be doing at least 10K per month, right? Which is why we're here. And you go, cool. So right now, where are you right now? And you'd say, right now, Rana, I'm at, and let's assume, Rashid, that you're at 10K. Let's just say, Rashid's probably doing more, but let's just say that's where he's at. Okay. You go, cool, there's a gap of $50,000 there. That's it, a month. So strategically, we just need something that's going to help us fill that gap. Let's just break things down, keep it simple. Do less, better is the motto. Average dollar sale. If I was to get you a sale, you were to get a sale, how much is your sale worth? And if you sell something over a year, for example, say it's 100K, the thing I sell, all you need to do is divide that by 12 and that will give you your per month average dollar sale. And just put your per month average dollar sale in here. That's it. When you've done that, just say done, so I know that you've done it. So for me, if I say, so Rashid goes, Rana, about 100K is what I do, then it's about 8K per month is what Rashid's average dollar sale is. I don't want to leave anyone behind, so just say done when it's done so I know that you're done. I'll give you guys a second to calculate, think. If you're into mathematics like I am, then that's great. And if you're not, then Calculators are fine. Tool, done. We're making progress. Okay, got it. So now I look at that and I go, there's a gap between the top and the bottom of about 50K. So if I go, there's a gap of 50K, and I make 8K a month per sale. I want to divide that by my average dollar sale, and that's going to equal a number. So 50K divided by 8, let's just say it's 6. So I need 6, we'll say 7. Let's stretch it, Rashid. We need 7 sales in the next 12 months to hit that goal. That's what we need. That's the strategy. The strategy we need needs to enable that for us. If we don't do this work, guys, and I say, here's LinkedIn and how to use it, what's the point? Because there's so many variables inside of this model. Why don't you increase your prices? Then you don't need as many clients. Why don't you charge monthly recurring revenue rates? Why do you charge what you charge? So this here is where we can make big changes to make things faster or slower for your business, right? So what's the number of clients you need in the next 12 months to get to where you want to go? Pop it in the chat. And I'm going to share with you then. We're going to do some quick work. What is it that you need? How many clients? Everyone's getting their calculators out. I love it. Good job. Megan needs 4 to 5 per month. Okay. So about 50 to 60 clients in the next 12 months. Cheryl, you need 3 to 4 clients in a year, or is that per month? If everyone wants to do how many in total for the year, not per month, that would just help, because I think then we can just get almost like a thermometer, right? So you go, okay, year. Cheryl, you're almost there. You need 1.25. Easy. How good's that? Has anyone now seen this, right, for example, and gone, oh, that is easier than I thought. My goals are easier to hit than I thought. Has anyone had that? Or someone's gone, oh my God, my goals are actually harder than I thought. That gap is bigger. This is why it's important to do these numbers and track it. Megan says she needs 15. Richard says 40. Cheryl's 3 to 4. Awesome. 16. Rashid, easy. 35 per year. Love it. Now let's give you the strategy, right? I'm going to break down this strategy really simply for you guys. You don't need funnels, Facebook ads, all of this stuff, but what you need is an understanding of the mechanics of how this is going to work. First thing I want you to write, every single one of you needs what we call a database of perfect future customers. Rana, I've heard this before. You say this all the time. I know. But your database and your total addressable market right now, let's just say total addressable market, needs to be big enough to make sure that the numbers in the middle stack up. If you need 35 people per year to make your business work and your total addressable market has 10 people in it, there's a problem with your strategy. So if I search what you want, which we're going to do in a minute on LinkedIn, and you don't have enough people in it, then you got a problem. So what we want to do is figure out right now, everyone, how many people in your perfect future customer pool do you have right now connected to you? Write that number down. How many? Pop it in the chat. I've got about 29,000. And I'm not flexing. I've been doing this for 8 years, just being consistent. Okay? Hey, Mario says 3K, 11K. Brilliant. 3K. 84 people. 1K. Okay. I like it. A nice job. 500. Perfect. Megan, 40. Cool. Everyone. That's it. Every single week you need to be growing that audience. I can't tell you it any other way. You can either pay to grow it or you can take action to grow it. You can either do it through time or do it through money. Your choice. But you can't escape the fact that you need people who are your perfect future customer to do business with. The second thing that we're going to need is leads. Leads come from your total addressable market. If you're not connected to the right people, you won't get opportunities from the right people. And you'll say, the leads I get aren't qualified. Then that's because you're not connected to the right people, or the offer that you're putting out there is speaking to the wrong people. So we call this opportunity. You say leads, great. Whatever you want to call it, but you just need people who say, yes, I'm interested. Between there and there's this word called offer. How many offers you make will determine how many leads you get. Guys, just write this simple down. This is not mind-blowing stuff. That's why this is so simple, what I'm about to teach you today. How many offers you make determine how many leads you get. Every single one of you needs a business development arm to your business. Either you're doing it, you hire someone, or you just use LinkedIn, get a virtual assistant, install a strategy, and just dominate your market. It's so easy these days. Offer. How many offers did you make? How many leads did you get? There's a correlation. Okay, you've got opportunity, leads, so your opportunity pipeline is consistently building. And then what we need is we need to turn those offers into what? Clients. Now, in between clients is these things called conversations. At some point in time, either you, your team, or somebody has to talk to a human being about what it is that you do so the client can understand what it is that they need and how you can help them, right? More conversations mean more clients. Have I said anything right now that you guys disagree with, don't believe in, and think I'm full of crap? Have I said something that is totally different to what you guys would think? We get it? Got it, right? Just say agree or don't agree, because I don't mind either way, right? You need an audience, you need an offer, and you need clients, right? Offer equals leads, conversions, conversations equal clients. Guys, for the next 12 months, if you could just focus on those things, you'll hit your goal. It's the number, the percentage of people from your market that say yes, and the percentage of the conversations you have that say yes, that will determine how fast you hit your goal in the middle. That's it. And so today, we're going to go through that because, yep, I'm going to totally 100% brag because I want to share with you why this is so important. Check this out. Whenever I chat with people, we go through this process. So you can see it might be blurry. You might need to do this. I can't zoom in anymore, but we call it an opportunity snapshot. I'm going to give you an opportunity snapshot today to go through together with me together. We go through where people's roles are, where their total addressable market is. We go through how many leads, how much activity they would need to take. We call it business development. It's part of business growth. How much BD activity you would need to do to generate the leads that you would need, to have the conversations that you want at your conversion rate to book clients. So it's a formula, everyone. It's not like we don't go on feeling, we go on facts. So now I know with Chloe, she had about a $3.5 million opportunity. We whittled it down to about 1.8 million based on the kind of people that we went through. She made $30,000 just before Chrissy. She got another 3 opportunities. You can see that there, the lead messages that come back for her. Luke is the same. He had about 400K. He made 100K in 90 days, 250K for the financial year in total. But I'm not saying this because I'm bragging. I'm just saying it because there's a formula. It's not done by like, oh, let's just give you some Facebook ads and hope you guys win. Same with Simon, same with Vanessa. We have a wins page with hundreds of people on it. So it's not but I just want to share with you, when I teach you something, we do it. I want to see whether you have an opportunity. If you don't have an opportunity, then guess what? We don't need to work together. We don't need to have a conversation. I can save you time. I can save me time. Everyone's happy. So here are the 3 opportunity accelerators, and we're going to breeze through these together, and we're going to do the work on it so you create a plan for yourself. So I want you to leave here today with a strategy and clarity on the activity that you need. That's it. Whether we work together or not, it doesn't bother me, but I want you to know the power of what's in front of you, right? That's important. So here's what it looks like. First one we want to develop your marketing model. You need to align your audience to a clear outcome or offer. Rana, that sounds really complicated. This is how, let's do it together. Everyone ready? If you want to jump into page 4 of your workbook, your marketing is made up of literally 3 things. One is who you help. Now, you might say, Rana, I've got large corporate. Rana, I've got small corporate. Rana, I'm in a fixed franchise opportunity. Rana, I'm in a license opportunity. Rana, I have a small market. Rana, I have a big market. Doesn't matter. Everyone has to have a who. You don't have a who, you don't have a business, period. Find your who. Make sure there's enough of the who. Understand what the who's obstacle is. What's the thing that stops them? You go, Ra, I've heard this all before. I know, but do you know how hard it is to articulate this stuff? I spent this morning with 17 of our expert clients and we distilled their marketing message down for an hour and a half. So when you think, I know what it is, spend 10 minutes with me. I bet you we can make it better. Next thing, opportunity. What's the one thing they need right now that would make their life easy? Not all of the things, the one thing. But you want to target one type of person that has one very clear, tangible problem so you can show them one very clear, tangible possibility. You want to make LinkedIn work for yourself? The ingredients that you put into it will determine the quality of the cake that you cook with it. I can't say it any other way. You're unclear, your prospects are unclear. You're not certain, your prospects are uncertain. You can think you're the biggest and the best in the business, but if your competition articulate what they do better than you do, they will get the business and you won't. Sorry, but that's the reality. So how we target them and give you the secret advantage is we want to think in terms of filters. I'll share this with you. I'm going to jump into Sales Navigator in a second. I'm going to share this with you. So think about this for a second. 1, what is the title of the people that you work with? What do they call themselves? Write that down in this box and write it into the chat because you need to be able to search these people on LinkedIn. What are they? Are they a director? Are they an accountant? Are they an engineer? Are they a doctor? Are they a CTO, a CFO, a CIO? What are they? For us, we target business consultants. I like it. Kim, HR professionals. I could search those for you. Julian, CIO, CFO, head of. Yep, we could search those for you. Anyone else? Head of audit. I don't know if we could search head of audit, but we could give it a red hot crack. Everyone make sure you got LinkedIn in front of you. Architect and builder. Nice, Megan. Could do that. Coach, Anthony. Yes, we can. Construction GM, Pradeep. Yep. Owner, founder, MD. Rashid, you know it. CEO, VP of sales. Perfect. Guys, nailed it. Now, the next thing is, what is the industry? Do you have a specific industry you work in, yes or no? If you don't, you're industry agnostic. For example, business consultant, I can work with business consultants across any industry, whether you're in cybersecurity, whether you're in like leadership management, whatever it is, if you're a consultant, we can help you. However, some people go, I work in oil and gas. I work specifically with CEOs in the oil and gas industry, CEOs in technology, marketing managers who are in, you know what I mean? So what industry are you in? You either have a specific or you are agnostic. And by the way, do the work on this because the more specific you can be, like for me, business consult is pretty specific. I could probably target certain verticals if I wanted to, but for now, I'm more based on the last filter. SaaS, nice, Cheryl. Government and banking, cool. Here's the next part is location. What location? Rana, I can go all over the world and we all can. By the way, guys, every single one of you have an international. 2023 is the year of no borders. You should be putting your marketing into every place possible. But for the sake of your sanity and for the sake of the clarity of your marketing campaign, pick a location. You're either national, international, or local. National or local. So pick a location. So I might say, I just want to target Australia for now. Or if I didn't want to target Australia, I might go, I'm just going to target the West Coast, more like California. Or I might target the East Coast, more East Coast of the US. And you segment your locations. So what's your location, everyone? And then what I want you to do, guys, I'm speeding through this, by the way, because of time. I appreciate your time. We're all busy, so I want to give you as much as I can in as little time as possible. Okay, first thing is, then what you want to do is take these three things and just put them together. I work with business coaches in any industry that live in Australia. Huzzah, there's your marketing campaign done. Now what I want you to do, everybody, this is the next thing is, what is the one outcome that you are the best in the world at helping these people achieve? Outcome. Remember, obstacles and opportunity. Like I said, you need a model first, right? So this is why we build models for our experts, because that model becomes the centerpiece of their marketing, their sales, and their delivery. Every consultant needs a model. But for today, because we don't have the time, what is the one outcome that you are the best in the world at creating? And if you want extra points, it has to be tangible. So they need to be able to see it. They need to be able to measure it. And they need to be able to track it. Creating happiness is not an outcome, it's an effect. Hence why I spend time with you guys, right? This is the difference between good and great. I make people happy. Okay, what has to happen for them to be happy? They earn more money. Okay, so really what you do is you help people earn more money, and the byproduct of that is happiness. Great. So what you actually do, Kim, is you help people succeed in their careers. That's what you do. It's much different to unshakable confidence and resilience, which is part of having a great, successful career, right? You nailed it. I love that. So what is it that you guys do? What's your one outcome? And guys, by the way, if you say, Rana, I can't answer that, I can't answer that, that's your first thing. You just need to get a red pen, and you need to go red pen, and you need to just put an asterisk here, because either you talk to me about it, we can help you, or talk to someone else about it, because that is going to follow you around until you figure it out, and that will affect all of your marketing campaigns, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, email, it doesn't matter. That's your weakest link. All right, I'm really clear on what I do, but is your audience? And the reason you know your audience isn't clear is because your lead flow won't be as consistent as you want it to be. Worth considering. Okay. All right. Cheryl, you increase sales revenue. Love that. Measure it. Yep. Perfect. I like it. So here's the thing. Now, everyone, I want you to get your calculators out, right? This is the fun part. Hey there, expert. So listen, our mission here at the Expert Project is to positively impact the world of other business coaches and consultants just like you. We want to help them make more impact, have more income, and have a positive influence on the world. And see, the only way we can do that is if you've heard something in today's episode that moved you, created an insight, changed your perspective, or gave you an aha moment. All I'd ask you to do is take 10 seconds, rate and review this podcast, so together we can help spread the word about this podcast and have a positive influence in someone else's world. And anyone who likes maths right now, you're going to love this bit of the presentation. Anyone who hates maths right now, you're a feeling type like me, if you just wouldn't mind grabbing a pillow, putting your head on it, and you can close your eyes, and I'll give you a buzz in about 10 minutes, and we'll go from there, right? Because this is exciting and boring at the same time, but it's the boring that people miss, and therefore that's the strategy that they don't have, and the reason why they don't have the results they want, okay? So really, Julian, think about what Julian said. Everyone can see it in the chat. Helping business and its people in solving their process pain points using intelligent automation. I help businesses install automation to increase revenue, to increase productivity, to increase So you're an automation expert, Julian. I get it. I can label it. I can see it. I can say whether I want it or not. Brilliant. Love it. Now what we want to do is jump into Sales Navigator. So what I'd like to do, I'm going to pick a victim, someone who, someone who is interested in exploring their opportunity with me. So what I can do is make it real life, because I don't want to just give fake information. And then as I'm doing it, I'd like you guys to follow along with me. Now you might say, Ryan, I don't have Sales Navigator. That's fine. You all should. At your level, if you're doing over 10K a month, you should. Because it'll pay for itself in one sale. Who has very clear filters? When I say clear filters, you've got a very specific audience, you've got a very specific industry, or you don't need an industry, or you've got a very specific location that we could search. Who would that person be? Right, who would that person be? Okay, we've got a couple people rolling through. So let's go San, and then we got Rashid and we got Kim. Okay, I'll try my best, but we've got very limited time, so I just want to push through. San, where are you right now? Here he is. Hey man, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
Okay, everyone, quick, I'm going to navigate this as best as I can. Can everyone jump to this page 6 of their workbook? Hassan. So what we're going to do is I want to first look at what is your total addressable market. That's the first thing you want to look at. If we can't find it, mate, we've got to stop this and I'll choose someone else. But I'm hopeful. All right, here we go. I'm going to jump into Sales Nav. I'm going to click on Sales Nav. It's going to open up a new tab. Okay, in the new tab, it's going to bring up filters. For those of you who haven't seen, these are called lead filters. They're probably pretty important for using LinkedIn. LinkedIn and Sales Navigator are not the same. Sales Navigator has its own portal. It's really weird how they've done it. I don't know why they've done it. It's just the way they've done it. There's this thing here called lead filters. Everyone, click on lead filters. Now, so many things have changed. Oh God. So anyway, one thing is people who target, anyway, I digress. I could go into all of it, but anyway, let's stay on track. Sorry. Rashad, give me an idea. Who is your audience?
My audience is professionals from India. So it's a mid-career. So it could be a senior project manager, service delivery manager, architect, and so on and so forth.
Okay, so let's break that down quickly in a sec, right? I'm just adding some people back into the room. I don't know, they dropped out. So let's go through that again. Job title, what would they be called?
Project manager, senior project manager.
Okay, so let's go project manager. Senior project manager.
Delivery manager.
Okay.
And senior delivery manager. I think that is a lot, maybe 15, 20 of that.
Can everyone see there's about 5 million results? Too many, but so far your total addressable market looks great. Now, these people are in India.
No, they can be anywhere in the world, mostly outside India, and that's where I'm finding it challenging.
Okay, sorry, 1 second, son. And again, I think you and I are booked in for a chat next week. Is that right? So we can explore this more. Just for the sake of this, I'm just going to bring it in, just so everyone can get this. Is geography-wise, which country are we going to choose?
Australia.
Okay, Australia. Look at this number go down. 120,000 is your audience. We got it? So far, is that correct? Project manager, senior project manager, delivery manager in Australia. You could target. Yeah? Yep. Okay, everyone, I want you to take that number, 120,000, and what we want to do is go the total addressable market that Hassan has is 120,000. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. That could keep you going for the next 5 years if you did nothing else and just focused on these audience. So you could build your business off that. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, what I know is that we're going to give you a strategy to help you connect with these people. And I know that on average, 30% of people will accept your connection request. So if someone can get a calculator that's smarter than me, right? I know I could just make this number up. So say it's 36,000 is how many potential opportunities we could get, because at 30% equals 36,000 people. So we could build up your LinkedIn profile to 36,000 people over the next 1 year. And we can use other tools, which I'll share with you guys, to accelerate that. Not automation on LinkedIn. Anyone who uses automation on LinkedIn, Rana, it works for me. It's worked for me for so long. Okay, we can't work together, because when you lose your profile, it's over. That's it, done. Start again. Just a flag, sorry, starting to go off. Do you not think that we would use an automation tool if it worked? The answer is we don't. And I'll share with you what we use and why we do it. And we've tried everything, but we automate off LinkedIn. I'll share that with you in a second. So 36,000 people. How many people do you have currently connected to that are your perfect future customer, Asar?
Our total connection is about 8,700 or so, but they are not PFCs. Not all.
Okay, how many of them would be PFCs?
Maybe 2,000.
Okay, so you got 2,000 people maybe, give or take. So what I know to be true is that I've looked at that. I can see the audience here. I'm having a chat with Assam. We're saying, okay, 120,000 is his total addressable market. 36,000 people are in his pool. So now business development kicks in, everyone. How do we get to these 36,000 people that are now slowly getting connected to us every single day? How do we do that? Make more offers, get more leads. What I know to be true is that, and we've sent out hundreds of thousands of lead messages. Anthony, you to test to it. We get you to track the activity. Anthony, you could say yay or nay in the chat if people think I'm full of crap. We track the activity of all of our clients, so we have the data. Now, I know that 10% of these people, 10%, will be interested over time and say yes to you now. We call them now leads. You always have later leads. That's why we have to keep marketing everyone. But you'll get now leads. People go, yeah, I'm actually interested in doing something now. The next 30 to 90 days is what we call a now lead, right? 30 to 90 days is a now lead. So I go 10% of 36,000 is 3,600 people. So just everyone with me, we just call this our opportunity pipeline. So I look at it at the moment, I go, there's 3,600. I divide it by 2 because I just assume that 50% are probably maybe not qualified, not great. Nah, we divide it. Equals 1,800. So I see right now there's 1,800 people that would be very interested in doing something with you in the next 30 to 90 days, definitely within the next 12 months that we've got to get in front of. Can I just have a check-in with everyone listening? Does what I'm doing here sound far-fetched or sound in any way unachievable? Sounds doable or not? Because if it does, then you guys shouldn't listen to whatever else I'm about to say, because there's no point. If you think I'm full of it, there's someone else. But I just want to make sure you guys can understand it's simple scales. So now I look at your average dollar sale. Ashal, if I was to sign up someone, what is the amount of money? What's a sale worth to you?
4,800.
How much?
4,800.
$4,800. Is that per month or is that over a year?
3 months, 3 to 4 months.
Okay. So 3 to 4 months. Sounds like we've got to get your offer worked on then. That's either you're too cheap or there's a back-end product somewhere that hasn't been developed that we need to get into because anyway, there's another conversation. Let's look at that and go, let's just say divide that by 3. So effectively, you're charging $1,600 a month is what you're charging if we did over 3 months.
Yeah.
But for the sake of this, let's times $4,800 by 1,800. So every single person, let's just say that they're worth $4,800. So there is about $8.6 million worth of opportunity for you on LinkedIn. 8640000. hold me for a second. You go, oh, Rana, that's impossible. It's not impossible. 10% of that number is possible, everyone. So why does everyone stop? They can see the numbers, but why do people see an opportunity and go, oh, I'm going to join another strategy or another strategy. I'm going to go here. I'm going to teach that. I'm going to learn that. When if you just focused on the numbers and you worked through the hard stuff and you perfected your business and you simplified and you scaled and you got better and you got better and you got better, why wouldn't you just focus on the thing that's going to make you money, which is audience, offer, conversation, client? It blows my mind. Oh, this is so hard, Run. I don't know how I could do it. Yes, you do. Audience, offer, conversation, client. So in your world, Rasan, and everyone listening right now, how much would you convert? Say I gave you 10 leads. Just give me a conservative number. Say I gave you 10 leads. How many people would you convert? And say these leads are, for everyone thinking, oh, how good are the leads? Say the leads, Rasan, are about 5 out of 10 warm. They'll be warmer than that by this stage, but let's just say they're 5 out of 10. They're like lukewarm leads. Out of 10 people, how many could you convert?
2 to 3.
Okay, let's say 2. So that's a 20% conversion rate. So if you think about this number for a second, everyone, right? So if I look at that and I go, it is 864,000 times 2, it's 1.7 million. The exact number is 1,728,000. That's your opportunity. That's what's sitting for you inside of a strategy that we just got to help you put each part of this funnel together, because ultimately the mechanics are the same. Audience, offer, opportunity, conversation, client. So what I'd like each person to do is really just look at what their opportunity could be. And to hit this home a little bit more with everyone, I look at it and go, great. So it's 1.7 million. By the way, Rasan, how do you feel about that?
I don't know. I'd be very excited. And of course, I have skepticism on a number of things like how do we manage time and what we outsource and how the whole thing gets done and so on and so forth.
Yeah. That's the mechanics of it. But I always look at a strategy like, is it viable? If it's not viable, I'm not going to do it. Facebook ads, to me, it's okay, great. But then I've got to set up Facebook ads, the copy, the landing pages, the automation, the links, the nurture sequences, the calendar, the appointments. I've got to do all of this stuff. Why? So now I look at that.
Yeah, if we have the right systems, this is absolutely possible. And this is just a cross-section of my target audience. It's much, much bigger than this.
What it tells me is you don't need a bigger cross-section, because this niche right here is worth $1.7 million. So what we just want to get that going first, and then we can add another vertical, but we use another profile for that. Everyone, we use another profile for that. Okay, I'll explain this in a second. So every day we're going to divide this number on the screen by 365. That's how many days there are in a year. Every day that you, Rasan, decide to think about it, talk about it, theorize about it, read books, design a website, you're losing $4,734 a day. That's how I see opportunity, right? It's opportunity cost versus opportunity gain. I could pay 20 grand to learn how to do this and make 20 grand back in a month. But most people go, oh, I don't want to lose 20 grand. Okay, that's fine. So I look at this and I go 1.7 million, and I divide that by how many connections that you have, which is 120,000. Every connection that you have, whether they accept your connection rate or not, is worth $14. So just by clicking the connect button, you make $14. What if I could give you a strategy where you don't have to click the connect button, but someone else does, right? And you just have a team. Eventually, guys, you're all leading a team. You don't need to do this yourself. At the start, you learn the strategy, then you outsource the strategy, okay? So first thing is develop your marketing model, right, is what we've said. Then it's literally installing your money mechanics. Connections, like we just went through that, right? Optimize your profile to generate conversations. So really, how do we get your profile looking smart, aligned to your offer? And then, for example, I'll jump back into LinkedIn so you guys can see, because you just don't want to watch my face talking the whole time, is just be clear on what you do. For me, it's like pretty clear. I've got landing page, my followers, testimonials, case studies. I've got my LinkedIn newsletter. Like, by the way, LinkedIn newsletters, LinkedIn events, guys, it's just, these are all the things you should be doing because you can reach so many people. So when you get this installed, then you install the activity. So what I'd say is, how do you get out to more people? Now, let me explain something to you guys. Do you want the strategy, right? So I'll start looking at some of the mechanics, because you might think, this seems... Effectively, what we're talking about here is an outbound framework, right? So you go to a networking event or you go out, eventually what you do is you got to meet people. You got to meet people. Have to. And before you meet someone, you don't know them. So in order to get to know them, what do you have to do? You have to introduce yourself. It's no different from LinkedIn. First thing that we want to do is, for us, we want to get clear on what your model is, right? I already know what my model is. Okay, are you generating leads or not? Are you getting enough opportunity or not? If you're not, it's not normally leads that's the problem. It's the message that's the problem. And the message comes from your model. If your model is unclear, your message will be unclear and people won't respond to it. So why don't we get you clear on the thing that builds your profile as an expert? Because you've all got two things. You've all got experience and you've all got expertise. We just got to put it together in a compelling way that people go, I need that. Then we want to connect with people. Then we want to engage with people. Now, engaging with people is, how do we put an offer out there? I'll break this down for you in a second. And then we want to work on the conversion piece. Now, in the middle is the mechanics, right? This is where people get a little lost. Now, to start, all we need to do is take people from I don't know you to I know you. You want to become known. So all we want to do is get connected with people, build our connections, build our perfect future customer base. Now, everyone, there's a couple of tools out there that I want you to be really aware of. The first is LinkedIn. You can send one-to-one DMs to people. Okay, I don't want to spam people, blah, 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 blah. Listen, you don't need to spam people if what you do is valuable. You're just connecting with people at this point. Just connecting with people. Don't even worry about spamming people. It's not even what we're talking about. Just connecting, meeting people, growing your network. Now, one-to-many, you can also use tools, and we've got a few of them that you can recommend, but there are a number out there that literally do this off LinkedIn to build up your email database. And that's where you can build your connections at more of a scale. LinkedIn will only let you do 20 a day. And there are tools out there that can help you do 200 a day. So effectively, we could be growing your perfect future customer base by around about 20 to 220 a day. That's it. Don't worry about the offers. Just worry about how to get connected with the right people. Does everyone get it? You have to have a database. By the way, if throughout this you guys don't feel like this is, I disagree, please feel free to let me know. Second thing is, and that's normally the biggest thing, people don't know how, so they don't build a database. They just rely on their existing network. Okay? So the first transition is stop. They don't make it past the first transition. The second transition is how many offers we put out into the marketplace. It's just a number of offers. And so an offer doesn't need to be complex, everyone. It needs to be an invitation. If I was going to the movies with a friend, I might say, hey, Michelle, I'm heading to the movies on the weekend. Thought you might like to join me. Are you free? Easy. Now, if I'm running a webinar, a seminar, a workshop, if I'm wanting to have more conversations with people and I got the right model and the right message, it's phase one, then I might reach out and say, hey, Richard, I'm running a session on the LinkedIn lead machine for a few coaches and consultants. I thought you might want to join us. Are you interested? And Richard says, yes. How did you guys get here today? Right? So just so you know, I'm not full of crap. Like I'm just doing the same thing. And did you see it on LinkedIn or email? Because I didn't do any Facebook ads for this at all. Everyone just look in the chat. You can see. Cool. Appreciate you guys engaging too, because like anything, I just want you to see that what I teach and what we do is what we perfect over time and we get it. Facebook group. Okay, there's a Facebook group, Kat. You got me. You got me. All right. So conversations and calendar bookings, right? So for us, the next transition is if we don't make offers, we don't get conversations. So what we want to be able to do is we use LinkedIn and email to make offers, right? To invite people to something. And what that does is our goal is to move people from known to invited. So we want to take people from known, we want to get them interested, and we want to move interested to a call. And you might say, oh, Ron, I know what you're doing now. You're going to invite us to a call so you can sell me something. I have nothing to sell the wrong people. If you want this, I'll help you. If you don't, book a call. And I don't need to sell anything other than the opportunity for you. Same with you guys. So what I want you to do is you say, great, so how do you get people to book a call? How do you get people? So people who are interested, right? I always spend time to go, if people want more information. Sorry, I'm just going to mute. Sorry, Kim. So we want to move people from interested to, we want to move people from engaged to interested, which means someone who says, oh, yes, they take an action, they respond. We want to get them to commit to an action. And that action is really shows their interest, to register for something, to click on something. Like LinkedIn, right now, LinkedIn events is what we use big time to get our clients to do events. And it's great, works really well. And finally, what we want to be able to do is when we are interested off, we then want to take people and we want to teach people how to have a conversation. And then we want to be able to sign a client. And there's two ways that you can sign someone up. It is either through cash or contract, right? And that is connect, engage, convert. And over here is the pipeline. Now, those of you who say, well, Rana, that's fine, but what about the multiplication part? What about this part? What about this part? Great question for those of you thinking. This system is what I want to do, everyone, is if you've got, who here has more than one person in their business? Can you just say yes or no? Or how many people you have in your business? Rashid has 2. Cool. 2, 4. Cool. 2, 1. Perfect. Okay. 6. Julian, nice. Okay. So what we want to do is optimize. Whoops. Everyone listen to this. We want to optimize each profile. Get clear on what the message is. And each profile should have it can be the same if you just want to target the same addressable market, or it could have a different offer for the same market, or it could have a different market for the same offer. You just have to choose what you want. But one profile shouldn't do many things. Keep it one profile to one offer. We use the same mechanics. So what we do is we write a new campaign that gets people connected, that gets people engaged, and then helps us transition people into a conversion. So that's the next part here is a conversation. Sorry, I didn't write that down. And then finally, we measure every single profile inside of our business and we look at what the pipeline opportunity is. So some of our profiles work better than others, and I'll share that with you. So this is our profiles, and you can see this is so far for the month of February I think this was for last month, sorry. We have a dashboard that we fill out. Mine, because I'm probably more active, I get 108 leads a month. The minimum that we want is 20 a month, which is what I said this presentation was dialed around, right? How to get 20 a month. Amy gets 70, Bourne gets 52, Max gets 58. That's how each profile, you can see each profile looks the same, but each profile has a different offer. Same kind of market though, because we've got a big marketplace. I just want to go through as many people as possible. It's really about volume at the top. And to give you an idea behind the scenes, like this is how we track. Now you can see there's different lead flows and things that we set up, but per day we're getting about anywhere from, you can see here, per day we're getting per campaign around about 6, it says here about 5.5 to 6 a day. For February so far, we've got 288. So far, and this was done, we've got about 8 bookings from it, which seems low because it takes about a week to catch up. There's a bit of a delay. But for us, we're pretty happy with that flow of leads. For us, it works really well. Would that work well for you guys if you could generate 6, 5 leads a day? But don't get me wrong, we've got 4 profiles. So I just don't want to bullshit anyone. We've got 4 profiles. So on average, it's about 2 leads, 1 to 2 leads a day from each profile.
So Rana, how do you define the lead? Somebody who has raised hand to...
someone who's interested, someone who joins, who says they want to download a book, someone who wants to join a webinar, someone who wants to come to an event, someone who wants to download a resource or some of our IP. Yep, is a lead. Good question. Team. So far, what's been the biggest insight for you before I move on? What's stuck out for you the most? Has this all made sense today? Give me your thoughts quickly before I move on. What's been the highlight for you?
It's good to work out the numbers first and then build the strategy and action plan. Otherwise, just going on.
Nice, Ashan. I like it. Throw it in the chat as well because it's helpful. I can see everyone. The leads filter on Sales Navigator says, Julian, a system and a strategy is essential. Simplicity in the numbers says Cheryl. Know your numbers said Rashid. Yes. Rob says it won't happen by itself. Cool. So for those of you who are interested, one of the things that we do is, so I'll be clear, don't want to sell anything for anyone that's not, if this is not a priority for you. For us, if the way it works in our program is we work with people over 12 months, minimum of 4, because stuff takes time. Like this is more than a course. This is a system that we help set up with you. First 90 days is what we want to do is we want to get your model dialed in. As much as you think you've got the right model, we've got to dial the model in, dial the messages in, set up the campaign across LinkedIn and email and get everything ready. Get all your assets ready, package your experience and your expertise, and then we want to run the campaign. We want to play it out. We want to track the numbers, and we want to help you. For those of you who are ready for it, are interested, we can introduce an assistant who's trained in this strategy to make sure that they can handle the process-driven tasks for you, right? Because ultimately where I'd like you guys to focus on are these things. Conversations. That's where your mastery is, right? You don't need to be connecting and back and forthing with people. We've got a system and a strategy to do that. But where your highest value of your time is client acquisition. And then what we want to do is be able to track and measure over time and get you off, just use LinkedIn and email and make sure that we're tracking and measuring toward your strategy and your goal. You want to get to 60K a month? You want to get to 40K a month? We've just got to measure your connections, conversations, qualifications, and conversions. And along the way, look at what the sticking points are in between. And rather than change things, look at what's working, keep doing those, and look at what's not working and tweak it and measure it and adjust it. Because it's not about it not working, it's just about the way you understand what you do and the way your marketplace understands what you do. And then giving you more channels, like more avenues, like LinkedIn newsletters, LinkedIn events, making sure that's all aligned, getting you an activity strategy, getting you a webinar strategy, a presentation strategy, much like I'm doing now. And just let's have a bit of Q&A because I'd like to be of much value as possible in the time we have if we're not going to spend any more time together to make sure that you get as much value as possible. Anyone have any questions? opportunity is potentially you're looking at it one way. If you have a business that you want to grow, even just to get more conversations, please understand that sometimes it's looking at it from a different perspective. And that perspective is what we say, it's hard to see the ingredients from inside the jar. Having people around you that can challenge your perception, although it may be uncomfortable, is actually the precursor to growth. So if you've come here and you're like, I'm really interested, and you live in a world of interest, that's okay. But at some point, something's got to change, and that's a decision for you guys to take action and decide. Because right now, I can look at you, Hassan. I know we're booked in for a chat, man, so all good. But $1.7 million, is it worth having a chat about? How much longer do you want to wait to even do it, right? That's how I look at it. So, guys, massive thank you for those of you for showing up today. I really hope you got value to see at least the opportunity that's in front of you to use LinkedIn as a tool. Again, I'm Rana from the Influencer Project. It's been a pleasure to serve you guys. Have a fantastic week. Thanks for joining me. See you again soon. Bye for now. See ya.